the mighty Sandwina, was the second oldest of 15 children, and was born as Kate Brumbach in 1884 in Vienna, Austria, to Bavarian parents. Her parents were circus strength performers of rather hearty proportions in their own right. Her father Philippe, who was 6 feet 6 inches tall, and weighed about 260 pounds with a 56-inch chest, and his wife, Joanna, whose biceps measured 15 inches, amazed European audiences with their feats of strength. 3 daughters inherited the strength and talent of their parents, and joined the act very young. Kate's 3 sisters Barbara, Eugenia and Marie possessed great physical strength and performed alongside their parents in power demonstrations. Kate, however, was gifted with strength unparalleled by her siblings and would be the only one to go on to spectacular fame. In adolescence, Kate stood 5 feet 9 3/4 inches tall and weighed 187 pounds. She honed her natural abilities through intensive exercise, and in her heyday was known for her bulging 17-inch biceps and 26.5-inch thighs. She was initially a wrestler of men, and her father offered 100 marks to any man who could best her. According to legend, she never lost her bet, and even gained a husband after thrashing a young man by the name of Max Heyman, a 5 foot 6-inch acrobat, who weighed about 160 pounds. She was 16 and Heyman was 19, and 2 years later he joined the act permanently when they married. By the time she was an adult, she stood 6 feet tall and weighed 210 pounds. Her chest was 44 inches, her waist was 29 inches, and her hips were 43 inches. Her calf measured 16 inches and her flexed right bicep was 14 inches. Kate and her husband branched off from the family circus, and came to the United States in the early 1900s, and while in New York in 1902, Kate crossed paths with Eugene Sandow, the leading strongman of the era. As a publicity stunt at the end of the act, she challenged anyone who dared to try to lift more weight than she did. Eugene Sandow, the most famous bodybuilder of the time, happened to be in the audience. They matched each other pound for pound, until Kate lifted a 300-pound barbell over her head. As a stunned audience witnessed, Sandow could only raise it to his chest. It was shortly thereafter that Kate adopted the name Sandwina, a feminine derivative of Sandow, though it is unclear if this action was a tribute or a taunt. Sandwina did the bulk of her touring in the United States, and was still performing with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus at the age of 57 in 1941. She was known for twisting iron bars into spirals, and break chains with her bare hands, juggled cannonballs and supported a 1,200-pound cannon on her shoulders. She even laid on a bed of nails while volunteers used sledgehammers to hit an anvil balanced on her chest. Later, Sandwina became a mother and seamlessly fused her identities as a strong woman and a matriarch, by introducing her sons, Theodore, who was born in 1909 and would go on to become a successful heavyweight boxer, and Alfred, who would become an actor born in 1918. Once she removed herself from the spotlight, Sandwina opened a restaurant with her husband, where she was known on occasion to delight patrons by breaking horseshoes, bending steel bars and occasionally hoisting her husband overhead. On January 21, 1952, Sandwina lost her battle against cancer. While cancer won and claimed her life, it could not take away her mark on history, or her title as strongest woman in the world.